goodness. Ooh, that was loud. Thanks, NVDA. NVDA is being aggressive this morning. Guys, hi. Sorry, I'm making some tea. You know, the thing you gotta do to get through the day. My phone should beep here in a hot second to let me know that I'm live on the internet. Why? Because of reasons. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of this tea that I'm going to punch the microwave is what I'm going to do. Listen, OneDrive, I need you. Good morning, Nikki. Or good afternoon. Yeah, it's definitely afternoon where you are. Hey, Tracy. Oh, it's a Sunday. We've made it. We're here. I'm going to take a sip of liquid, and then we're going to get going. We just had a week. I've had a week. Okay, so it's afternoon for Nikki, but it's morning for Tracy. I get them flipped all the time. Hey, Elsa, how's it going? Why? I don't know. I just do. Hey, Melanie, what's up? We've reached the second last Sunday in September. Let's all just take a moment to let that sink in for a hot second, because where did September go? It just flew through the door, as usual. I don't know why I think September is ever going to move slowly. It never does. And if anything, I've absolutely gotten to the point now where I acknowledge the elders above me who said it just feels like time starts moving fast as you get older. I am definitely feeling those effects. Whether they're real or not, who knows? Who knows? We've got a podcast. I'm going to show off the skein of yarn from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co.'s yarn club for the month, because we're at the tail end of the month, which means I know everybody has gotten their subscription, whether it was delayed in the mail or they were out of vacation. So I leave that yarn club showing till the end of the month, just so that there's no spoilers going on. And if there is, fair dues, here's your warning. I'm going to show you yarn that you should already have if you ordered it, I guess. Don't know how to phrase that. I've got some couple of projects to work on, as the title suggests. No finishes at all. It's even remotely close to one. No matter the desire of the brain, the body said nay this week. So fine, we're doing the best we can, and we're moving on with life. Oh. 5 skeins of finger, that's a lot of winding. Even if you've got a Swift and a cake winder, that's still a lot of cranking. That's no small task. Well done, Melanie. I have got much yarn staring me in the face going, I shouldn't be in this format. I should be in a cake or ball shape. And I go, you're not wrong. Does that yarn you ordered today have anything to do with the yarn you may have seen yesterday during the Enid? There was some temptation going on from what I was listening to. Oh, Melanie, you are rocking it with the adult stuff today. Well done. You're cooking and you're winding yarn at the same time? That's some serious multitasking. This brain is a one thing at a time stage right now, and that's fine. It is what it is. What are you going to do? All right, let's dive into... Oh, no. Internet, I forgot a sock. I can't show you one of my projects. It's not here. It's in my purse to leave with me. Oh, oops. I'm working on a sock. It's nothing fancy. I had the desire to cast on around like midnight one night this week, and I'm not pulling out the Swift at midnight. I understand it's hanging out on the arm of the wooden rocking chair behind me. That's not the point. The point is I didn't want to do it at midnight. So I just went into my stash of fingering weight yarn, which has like 75-gram balls, picked one of the bigger balls, which is a 75-gram ball, more than enough for me to do a pair of socks, and cast it on in, I think, a purple color. So it's a thing. Ooh. Oh, that'll be lovely, Asa. Hi, Susanna. Oh, I love the idea. Do you know what sweater you're going to do with it? Because obviously you're going to hold the mini from the Advent with the solid color, so you got like a color consistency through the project. Do you know what sweater you're doing? There's a lot of Advent sweaters out there. Oh, given this year's Advent, that's actually a really good idea. Oh, maybe. I'm going to have to think on that. All right. What was I talking about? My sad sock. It's a toe of a sock and a little bit of a foot because I'm just past the increases for it. It's just a toe up vanilla. I needed to cast on something at midnight. It needed to be simple. I needed something new. That was the perfect thing, and that's just what went on the needles. But again, it's in my purse to leave the house to go do outside house things today. So I forgot to bring that in here to show you guys. So I'm sorry. I'll show you next week. Tracy, you're making a skirt, a self-designed skirt. I love. Yeah, we're gonna need pictures. Thanks, Tracy, for understanding that I'm gonna need photos of that. I have skirts that need hems, which is the step I will put off the longest. Though I made a bunch of very nice, easy to wear skirts for when pants are too much. So they're half circle A-line skirts with no pockets because I cannot be bothered, and they're elastic waistbands. So super comfy. They look great, but they all need hems because right now it's all raw edged at the bottom of the hem, and that won't do. So I literally need to sit down and do a bunch of hems. Oh. Oh. Solid stripes of a main color with the Advent mini stripes. Oh, I like that idea, Asa. That's a good idea. Ooh. Okay. Now my brain's a thinking. Now, I watched Cheryl and Louise live yesterday in the morning, and Cheryl was talking about a desire to do a Christmas sweater. So my brain was like, I could do a Christmas sweater. Do I have Christmas sweater patterns? I absolutely have Christmas sweater patterns. I have Christmas sweater patterns for super nice, classy Christmas sweaters. I have Christmas patterns for sweaters that would be fawned over in the UK, since the ugly Christmas sweater is actually a thing there, more so than here in North America. And I have sweaters where it's just like, I could say it's a Christmas sweater if I make it out of Advent yarn. So I do like that whole solid colors to hold between the mini stripes. Oh, that gives me a thought. Nice. Jude, my love, how you doing? You have skirt material that needs a floor? I I have given up my floor goblin ways. I put in a request to the dad and asked for a cutting table at my height. So I have a cutting table on roller feet that I can roll out and set up in my tiny apartment and cut at a standing height and not hurt my back because I'm spoiled. It also serves as great storage for my patterns and my sewing machines. That's right, I have more than one. I could do the skein sweater also. You are correct. I should be talking about my pattern projects instead of things I have yet to even cast on. How about we talk about the stuff I actually have on the needles? How about that? All right. If anybody was watching, I'm sorry for the noise. It just is what it is. If anybody was watching me and Louise on Friday night, we did a mid-month motivation. We had skipped over the monthly check-in at the start of the month. Both of us had life at us in an extreme fashion, and we did not have the time. So we were just chatting, and so we ended up chatting about the Fab Brioche cardigan, which is brioche month for Louise and Cheryl this month, so that made total sense. Louise is working on her cardigan. I have set the Fab cardigan aside for now because I am annoyed at some of the instructions because I know how easy brioche is, and I know how easy it is to make brioche seem overly complicated. And unfortunately, the Fab cardigan leans towards the latter, and it makes me grumpy. So for now, I've set it aside in favor of finding a pattern that is beginner friendly, that I could be like, okay, this isn't going to make something that isn't complicated for you, so that you too can also enjoy the brioche stitch, or at least give you the best chance at enjoying the brioche stitch, you know? Jude, all things are going to need to have that building clutter dealt with so it's no longer in your life. I do hope that wraps up soon. That'll be lovely. You got to be close to be finished some of the clutter for the building at this point, aren't you? Or is my time scales like really off because I've grown up in a family where a bathroom renovation takes us a 3-day long weekend from start to finish. So my concept of construction scale times is radically different than most people's. And I acknowledge that. There's nothing I can do about it. Dude, so long as the nerve pain has gone down, that's a bonus. Take it. Oh, that'll just be way more comfortable for you, Jude. Okay, Susanna, you take your time. Because I was annoyed at patterns, I did what I always do, which is sit down and think about what it is I need to make. I need to make Christmas gifts. That's right, I said the C word. Said it. It's September. We know it's that time of year for me. I cannot talk about Advent stuff on the channel because my Advent partners are in chat most of the time. So you're not going to see those things. But I can talk about Christmas presents because my sister doesn't watch. And if my mom watches, I'll just tell her not to pay attention to what I'm doing. You know, things. Okay, that's a long week drawing delay. I know nothing about waterproof flooring, Jude. I know a bunch about construction, but I don't know near enough to know enough. Does that make sense? So I consider myself a babe in the woods about that. To give myself a brioche project and finally get something started, I took this wonderful Bernat, as you can see here. Oh, there we go. Now we're focusing. This Bernat acrylic bulky that I have, which, oh my God, feels amazing. I simply grabbed my 8mm needle and cast it on to do a one color brioche rib scarf. So my sister requested a scarf, hat, mitten set, and this year it's going to be in brioche for her. Why? Because I enjoy brioche, and we all know what happens when I get annoyed with patterns that don't quite fit the specifications that I'm looking for. I just make my own. So I'm going to not necessarily write this out as a pattern, but I will write it out as a recipe, and I will do a couple tutorial things to break that brioche knit and brioche purl down so that it is easy to understand, because it is not a complex stitch. Increases and decreases also not complex in this. You just need someone to explain it to you so that it is not a whole bunch of technical garbly-gunk at the front of a pattern. So we've got a scarf. It's quite wide because my sister is one of those creatures that is cold in the winter. She does do the cold winter person thing. So I tend to make things very fluffy, very big, and very squishy so she can just pile the layers on, because I know that's how she gets through winter, and that's fine. I've got. I should be able to get the scarf done pretty quickly. My sister's not as tall as I am. So I'm going to do the scarf, I think, till I'm at an arm span, and I'm not even at my first armpit. So we got a ways to go. But I'm going to do this till I'm arm span, and then I'm going to put it on myself, and I will make it long enough so that it's almost long enough for me. My sister's not that short compared to me, so that she can get a nice double wrap scarf situation out of this, or she could just have it drape across her coat if she doesn't want to be fancy or faff about with it. Then I'll do a hat and mittens. I'm going to line the hat and mittens in a fleece. My sister's cold. She's a cold person. She needs the extra layers. I'm not going to line the scarf in fleece. That's a lot of fleece. Also, I don't have fleece right now, so I have to go get some fleece. So I'm gonna have to find a fleece that goes with this. It is what it is. Is red my sister's favorite color? No. Does she look good at it? Yes. Is this yarn I have in my house? Yes. Does this fit the parameters of the family's designed work with what you've got? And we're doing Christmas where there's a maximum spending limit, all told. Yep. Did her husband use up almost all of that money this year for his blanket that I need to start? Also, yes. So everybody else is getting what I can conjure up out of what I've got to stick within the rules. So useful, practical, or edible, and can't spend money on it, or spend as little as possible on it, just to help teach reduction, reusing, and to stay away from things like fast fashion and that. It's something the family feels strongly about. So I have started. I did all of this in an e-knit. It's a bulky yarn, guys. This should not take me long. This should not take me long. I've already finished the first ball of reclaimed yarn. I've got the second ball of reclaimed yarn. See, look, there's an end. You can see the second ball chilling out there on my on the rocking chair. I'll get it attached and get going probably tonight when I get home, I imagine. Why? Because it's a brioche one color knit stitch. It's addictive, it's fast, and it is terribly non-thinking friendly. So, done. We've got stuff on the go. I'm hoping I can rip through the scarf and maybe the mittens or hat before the end of the month to count for the brioche projects. And because I know I have to put down any Christmas knitting in October and focus on getting the Advent stuff done in the background. Not so much Erin's Advent. I can take a bit of extra time into November for that. But Asa's Advent has to be in the mail by the end of October. So, like, Asa is the background working project for the month so that can all get done. That's fine. Good news is I have so much of that red yarn, I still might actually be able to make myself a regular waist length cardigan out of it. And we've been tempted. If anybody watched the live on Friday, I know Nikki, you were talking about patterns and you talked about the chunk again. It was gifted to my library by the end of the weekend, so before today. So that's going to happen too. Don't worry. There's more brioche in my future. Literally, I've got the brioche ripple wrap I want to work on next month while Stephen West is doing his MCAL. Okay, what are you? Oh, right, you have to stay. Technically, you don't need to stay here, but you're going to stay here. Whatever, it's fine. Chill out here on the keyboard for a hot second there, project. You're not the one I want to talk about. What is this hot mess trying to escape? I have like 3 projects like crammed into my one yarn bowl. It's not good, guys. It's not good. Okay. Let's talk granny squares. Why do I know where my 3rd complete square is? No. I started a different stack somewhere. I swear. Once I get this, I think what I'm going to do is once I have all of my stacks found, because I've got 3 folded squares somewhere in my apartment that are quite large, I'm going to put them on the rocking chair so they live on the rocking chair so I know where they are, because it's starting to drive me bonkers. However, I've made some more progress on square number 4, so I'm going to just tuck these yarn balls down here for a hot second. This is just scrap sock yarn coming out of a big old Walmart bag where I've got it all stored. And I am making progress on making another blanket for myself. Why? Because I like blankets and because I love marled granny squares. Oops, hello microphone. I'm quite addicted to it. So we've got another square going, as you can tell. I'm in the teens now for rolling. I have to get to 27 clusters or like 27 spaces per side before I'm done, and it's the same size as the other squares. So there is nothing to this. This is a scrap make work project that fits into the Granny 365 Days Square Challenge that Louise and I are doing this year, and it fits into my, oh my god, I need to bring down the stash levels in my apartment challenge, which I gave myself last year. So this is a twofer, as they say, and we're making some more progress. This is literally what I do while I'm listening to the news at night and podcasts in the evening. So I can listen to the podcast primarily, not really pay attention to what I'm doing. Sometimes when I'm listening to romance novels, no judgment. Got 2 balls of yarn going on here. Obviously, as one ball runs out, I attach new color, one light, one dark, kind of vague, because this is all variegated yarns. And then I just go. I'm not paying attention to what colors go with what. I'm not paying attention to what looks excellent next to each other. This is all going to be mashed up and sewn together, and it's going to look crazy. And that's the way I want it. Do I have any idea what I'm going to use as my neutral in between these giant squares? No. I'm still set on the idea that I'm going to make a bunch of them. I'm going to lay them out on the bed, and then that should give me the idea what color neutral yarn I want to use with it. So until then, I think we're just winging it and seeing what happens. However, slow and steady progress. I do need to put in a chunk of time this week if I can, and finally eat up the last of that time I'm behind, because I committed to an hour every day, and I'm still a couple hours behind. And I want to eliminate that deficit before the end of the month if I can. About 7 days. I can somehow find time for an extra 8 hours of crochet, right? I think it's 8. I have to check my sheet. Tea. Oh, I like tea. My brain is on that Christmas sweater thing. Mind you, Cheryl was also like, let's do a Halloween sweater too. And I'm kind of like, I don't actually have a Halloween sweater. Maybe I should do a Halloween sweater. With what time? I don't have time for a Halloween sweater. I have to craft an apothecary table. I need to buy green yarn so I can make eyeball bouquets. The things I still have to do. This is the yarn from the Mallow cardigan. Ooh, It is a freaking gorgeous blue. It looks terrible next to me because it's too light, and that's fine. That is a byproduct of my skin undertone and needing richer, warmer colors, or richer, more jewel tone colors than this. It's called I'd Like a Fresh Bowl. It is obviously Aran of Fireweed Fiber Co yarn because we all know we love an Aran here. Don't worry, we love Tristan too. It's just Aran dyes my yarn, so I mean Tristan feeds me. I probably should also love him as equally. I was like, Susanna, what are you telling us? Yes. Yes, chat, if you got a hot second, if you could click the like button, that would be super helpful for me. And weirdly, does so much for videos. It's so weird how much hitting the like button does for videos. I can't get over it when I'm looking on the back end of YouTube. It's amazing. It has definitely made me a better push the like button person. I'll tell you that much. I used to be like, what's the point? And now I push the like button. I understand. We're making some progress on the front panel. It's not done, and I did want it done this week, but it is not finished. I have decided just to take a sort of empirical look at how much the curl is mitigated if I knit the first and last stitch through the back loop as opposed to just knitting flat. So I've done nothing else between this panel and the other panel that is different. And before I cast this one off when I'm finished it, and oh my God, I got to be done this week. This is ridiculous. I need to get this cardigan finished. I want to sort of lay them out side by side and see if it mitigates like or lowers the volume of curl. We're still getting curl, like it's still curling. But if it curls like just a little bit less, I will absolutely incorporate that into other sweaters. Hang on, wait, I was going to show off this stitch. Like, look at that stitching. My camera is mirrored. Go the other way. Go the other way. Oh my God. So this is coming together beautifully. It is definitely, by setting aside the back panel and working on the front panels, I feel way less anxious about picking that lace panel back up again. And I think it's just that my brain isn't really at a lace pattern space in my head right now. Like I'm struggling to do lace and not just end up tinking everything out that I do. So I'm a little cautious. I'm a little nervous, but the front panel, I can work on a front panel. So I've got my current ball of DK weight yarn that I'm working on. I'm told, I think this is the non-superwash one. Her DK stuff's lovely. It doesn't matter. I work in all of Erin's yarn. I like all of it. It's totally fine. I'm going to tuck that back in my bowl. As you can tell, I've also not been doing a lot of editing. I do apologize. There's supposed to be smaller, shorter videos that come out middle of the week, like in between the live podcasts. I have not been doing that. Again, I've been rebalancing post life in my face. So I do apologize, guys. I do want to get back to those videos. I enjoyed making them. So we're motoring today. That's what I've got. That's what I've been working on. I do have plans and dreams as usual, but that's of course I do. Of course I do. Oh, we know Jude is recovering, which is nice. Has anybody else been able to get some crafting in this week that they're particularly proud of or have plans for this week? Because it's the last full week for the brioche challenge. Anybody cast it on for the craft around the world that's going on? Because I don't have my Talia vest swatch finished. I need to finish that before I cast it on because the Talia vest is my first cast on project for the craft around the world. It also counts for the October vest along by the Botanical Knitter. So I need to get that on the needles this week because next week I think the Stephen West MCAL starts. Where did September go? I always think September is going to take so long. And it never does. Oh, also you're working on your October vest? I'm glad somebody is. Yay! Craft around the world from Tracy, and Austin's got the October vest. Lovely. Guys, my hair's not dry enough to brush yet. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad other people are making progress, even if I'm not. But somebody's making progress. Oh my God. I need to have less life and more crafting. That's what I need. Tuesday? I think I'm free on Tuesday. We'll do some crafting. Oh no, I need to. I mean, also, you did send me all those links for brioche things, and some of them are for designers. Well, a lot of them are from designers not in North America. So I should be able to maybe do a Maybe do like a brioche cardigan from someone not of North American. That could be fun. I need to stop. I need to stop thinking about things I could be knitting and work on the things that I have that need to be knitted. I have a coffee table worth of projects to sort and put away. And I'm sure my cat would like her coffee table back. I'm not in a rush about that. So good. Okay. All I have left is the yarn club yarn for the month, and then I'm done. I'm out of things. I'm out of things. I definitely have stuff I want to do and work on, but I don't have anything else to talk about. It's been a pretty light crafting week. You know. Oh, Jude, that's a great idea. Oh, taking it with you as you go? Oh, you have a name. Sure. Yep, nope, that's not going to happen today. That's fine. My eyeballs they're not having it today. They're not having I have to go play Warhammer, and then I'm off for a dinner date with an old high school friend and her kids. I don't have time today. All right, this is this month's Yarn Club colorway. I will learn how to move the yarn around on screen eventually. Look at that. Look at that. This year's Yarn Club from Fireweed Fiber Co. is dinosaur themed. It is following the Jurassic Park movies and stuff franchise. Let's call it a franchise if that's what it is at this point. But look at that. Look at that. This is September's color. How freaking pretty is this? This looks really, like so much of this year's yarn looks really good next to my skin. Oh, I have no regrets about February's colorway being the color that I take as the sweater quantity for the year. Oh, you are right, Asa. If you've got a Craft Around the World project going on, if you want to drop your pattern, yeah, we'll say that, your pattern that you're using into the bundles on the Ravelry group thread, that would be greatly appreciated for everybody, so everybody else can have some inspiration to pull from. I know it's a year-long project, so it's always a bit slow to get started with a year-long project. Unless you're me and you've chosen to try 196 countries, 197 countries, instead of the very reasonable 7 continents. However you want to do it. But yeah, if you've got a pattern or you got a link or you got an inspiration, if you could drop that in the Ravelry group bundle group page, because okay, it's weird because Ravelry's made some changes, so even I find it a little weird to function in. But if you go into groups, there's going to be discussion threads for the Craft Around the World. If you want to get included for prize draws, your finishes have to get posted into the finish thread in there when the finish thread goes up, or if it is already up. I didn't check this morning and I don't remember. That's not unusual. But there is a space in the Ravelry group community for bundles, and in the bundles, they've got the different continents listed. I did also put in an example for Antarctica. I put an example in for Antarctica to help with that because she's the problem child on this challenge for the year. But if you've got a pattern that you think would work great or that other people would enjoy, drop it into the appropriate bundle collection so everybody can take a look at it. It'd be super good. But man, Jude, I'm with you. Less life, more crafting. That'd be great. You ordered the August yarn as a sweater also? Oh, the August yarn's really nice. I have the February yarn. I need to get some sweaters started and off my needles before I'm allowed to start the February sweaters because I know what it is that I want to make. I bought it specifically for that project. I have the pattern and everything. I just need to free up some needles. So I got to get some projects done. This is me sternly shaking my yarn hank at myself. Need to do some things. More crafting. I'm going to say it, less naps. Oh, I'm serious. I said less naps. When do I ever say less naps? Obviously, we're not taking snacks off the agenda. Let's not get crazy now. Oh, the finish is up also. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But that's it. That's all I got. I got to work on granny squares this week. Obviously, I have to work on the mallow cardigan this week. Obviously, I really would like to have a finish next week, so I feel like I should get my sister's brioche scarf finished this week. That'll make me feel better. That'll absolutely make me feel better. And then somehow get my Halloween crafting organized. Because I need to have a plan. We're gonna be at the end of October and I'm gonna be behind on my Halloween crafting. Don't worry, the Advent stuff's going fine. I just can't talk about it. You know, the thing. Hey, I slept last night. I slept a whole 6 hours in a row. I know. The insomnia has been bad this week, guys. It's not been good. It's not. And you can't function if you don't sleep. You can't function if you don't sleep. That's not just, they go hand in hand. Really hardcore. All right. I think that's it. Do I have any other plans this week? No, I just have that. I know a bunch of people are going to Knit City next weekend, so I know we're going to be missing some regulars here in the podcast for that. I need to wind the yarn for the Brio Ripple Wrap. I have not finished doing that yet. It's 5 skeins of yarn. It's not a small project. I think I'll do that. And then I'm going to have a serious conversation with myself on whether or not I can start a Halloween sweater. I really want to. I don't think I have the time. I don't think I have the time, guys. I don't think I have the time. I need to get some design work finished. I can't process lace in my brain right now, so I think I need to set the choose your own sweater adventure down for a moment because I don't want to have errors in a pattern I've designed. Like I don't want there to be complications to the instructions. So like I think I need to set that aside for a week or two. So I might go back to a pattern that I am revamping or making another one of for new photos or for rewrite and stuff. That is slightly less brain taxing. So I think I might do that this week. Weirdly, Jude, all the scientists say that sleep is something we need to have. My body sometimes disagrees with science, but that's not unusual for my body, so it's fine. But man, I feel so good when I sleep. It's so nice. So nice. I'm with you, Jude. I was me yesterday. I think I managed 2-hour stretches. I think I managed like 4 hours last night in 2-hour intervals in naps. 6 is glorious. I can function on 6. I think it's what the human body needs anywhere from like 6 to 8 or 9 hours, depending on who you are and where you're at. As long as I can manage 6 hours in a row in one chunk, I'm fine. I feel very awake. I wake up. I don't need coffee. I can go through my day. It's fine. Less than 6 is a problem. More than 8 is a problem because that's oversleeping, and that's just as detrimental as undersleeping. So like that sweet spot for me is really hard for me to hit. But when I can get there, oh baby, the things I can do. The things I can do. No, I can manage like 3 days and then I'm done. I'm done. If I struggle to sleep for 3 days, I stop doing things. Right now, mine is too much happening. Well, at some point, your body will shut down, right? You need sleep or you don't function. It's fine. I am getting sleep. Hopefully, I'm over the worst of it and I can have a balanced sleep section for a bit. That'd be really nice. It makes it easier for me to do things. But we're almost at the point, sometime in late October, I should get cool enough in weather that I can pick up that blanket that I was assembling at the start of the year, like in May, that I had to put down because we went from like, it's 14 degrees to it's 32, and we've been that way since May. So I'm going to have to make a decision at that point. I'm going to have to decide if I keep working on the fingering weight granny squares or if I go back and finish the assembly. We'll figure that out later. Guys, we'll figure that out later. I have a brioche scarf to knit. I want to try to get that done. It doesn't need to be long, like scarves at some point become ridiculous because you think they're long enough and they're not long enough. So I need to get that finished. And then I have a Christmas present off my list, or the start of a Christmas present off my list. I need to get my vest on the needle, so I need to pay enough attention to a lace swatch to get through the lace so I have numbers. I definitely need to get the front panel on the mallow done. What else do I absolutely need to get done this week? I think the big things are the brioche scarf and the mallow cardigan this week. I'd like to make some serious progress on both of those this week. Granny squares are in the background because it's the granny year of the granny square. That's what we're doing. And then I think I might try to take a look at maybe getting a good chunk of work done on a design project that isn't lace based or is crocheted, which for whatever reason I'm going to lose interest in working on here real shortly when I run out of summer because I tend to crochet more in summer than I do in the winter, and the urge to knit's coming back. So maybe I pick up one of the crochet design projects and get that done this week. Maybe. Oh, also, yeah, also had a big old sleep, and it was beautiful. Beautiful. Hours. Melanie, that's a big sleep too. Oh gosh. I miss that my body used to sleep really well. The insomnia of the 40s, it's not going well, and I'm only 2 years in. Okay, it's fine. We'll figure it out. We will make do, and we will make it work. Right? All right. I think that's it. I don't. Other than Knit City this weekend, I don't think any really huge knitting stuff is going on my continent. There might be things going on other continents, but on the one I live on, I think that's the big one for a lot of people, which will be exciting. If you happen to be in Knit City, say hi to everybody. I hated landing at the Vancouver airport. And if I never have to do it again, that's going to be great for me. Knit City was lovely. The flight home was fine. The flight there was fine. The food was good. We did Knit City years and years ago. Will I ever do it again? Probably not. It's a big event, but it's a lot to get all the way out there to the East Coast or East Coast, West Coast. And that sharp turn and descent wreaked havoc on my brain pan. So I probably won't do that flight again if I don't have to. Nothing against Vancouver, just my sinus pressure and high altitudes to, sea level or lower didn't go over so well for my brain. That's fine. I suppose I could take a look at maybe doing like a Knit City Montreal one year, maybe, or a Knit City Toronto. That'd be okay. Yes, I understand Calgary is closer to me. I take offense that Knit City Calgary calls itself Central Canadian Knit City because I'm the middle of the country, not Calgary. Geographically speaking, that is wrong. It's wrong. So, I'll go to Knit City Toronto or Knit City Vancouver, which technically still isn't really East Coast either. It's fine. It's fine. It's what happens when you have a grasp on geography. Otherwise, yeah, no. I think that's it. We hit the like button. We talked about my projects. We talked about the Yarn Club yarn for the month. I did the check-ins. We're doing a check-in with Louise the first Friday in October, so I'm going to have to pick a project to have as a secret project for October. So I really should finish going through my whips and sorting that down. And I do need to finish working out how to talk about the destashing that I'm going through right now. Yeah, I think that should also be a thing. Yes. Jude, that's a lot of time zones. Even my brain's like, what now? No. I can barely keep track of my time zone, my mother's time zone, and Alice's time zone at the same time. Everybody else is very difficult for my brain to handle. Oh no. Melon and G, you had whooping cough last year? Dang. Oh my god. That's terrible. The whooping cough is not fun. Oh no. I'm sorry you missed an event last year. Don't get whooping cough again. Go this year. Good. Go. Have fun. Enjoy things. Don't get me wrong. Even with my limited vision, I'm going to be all over Instagram looking at posts and stuff. No, I can't really see any of what's going on. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to be looking. I'm still going to be looking. It's totally fine. All right. That's it. Guys, I think we'll call it. I'm going to go have a quick lunch, and then I need to get myself some lunch. I need to get off to Warhammer. I've got dinner plans tonight. My dad's in town tomorrow, so I've got brunch tomorrow with my dad and my sister. Life keeps a moving. Oh, it's goodness. However, I'm going to say until next week, I'm Jocelyn. This is the Northern Knits Podcast. And no matter where your week takes you guys, don't forget to craft. Why will you read buttons and then not read buttons? Laundry